All right, it's a reset Sunday, so let's reset. Here we go. First of all, how did everybody's week go? I'm about to pull up my chat. Did we do what we had to do? Did we do what we came to do? All that great stuff. Did anybody reach their goal? I know every week we've been setting some goals. And I just want to make sure everybody did what they needed to do. Who reached their goal this week? You can put a ID in the chat, pull that up, or you can come off mute and say if you did or not. Let's see. What were some of the goals that we set? Did anybody choose a weight goal? Did you do inch goal? Did you try to do more water this week? Did you try to eat your meals? Did you try to up your protein? Did you try to get some more sleep? What did we do? Okay, I got oh Lord, crazy week. I meal prep for 2 days. Wasn't that your goal to meal prep for 2 days though? Perfect. So you did what you had to do. Yay, Tara. Woo, woo for the goals. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Trania did what she came to do. Almost sometimes does count. You almost made it. I guess you have to give us a little bit more detail on what the almost was, and I'll tell you if it counts or not, Trania. And Tangi said she lost 1.6 pounds. Yay, Tangi. Woo, woo. That's what's up. Tangi, what did you do to lose the weight? Was it something that you changed? Did you just hunker down just a little bit more with eating? Was it the working out? Tell us a little bit more if you don't mind coming off mute and talking to the people. Let us know what you did.
All of that.
Okay.
Just drinking the water, not snacking. That used to be my biggest thing is snacking, eating it late at night and laying down. So not snacking. Um, and just all the messages that you guys post. Like when I want to do something bad, I look at the messages and I'm like, okay, no. It just motivates me to stay on track and do the right thing. So I just think a combination of everything, the working out, drinking water, watching what I'm eating, and just reading you guys' messages.
Oh, yay, y'all. Throw some money signs in the chat for Tangi. That's what's up. I'm about to give you all the money signs. Yes, money signs, get into the bag where the money reside. Okay, that's awesome. That's perfect. I love to hear it. Sometimes it's just going to be tweaking little small things, and hopefully it wasn't too crazy. Do you feel like you became a slave to it, so to speak, with trying to like stay on point in these different facets? Or was it just like, okay, no, let me just do what I need to do and keep it moving? Was it hard for you? Was it challenging for you? How was it, Tangi?
Um, I don't think it was hard. It's just the challenging part when you have a significant other who wants to eat certain stuff and you're still trying to stick to what you're trying to do, and it's like, no, I'm cooking this, well, no, I want that. So it's just the challenging part of when you have other people in the house and you're kind of on this path but they're not on the path with you, so that kind of makes it challenging because he want what he want to eat and I'm trying to do my fruits and vegetables and drinking water and meatless Mondays and all this type stuff, and he ain't on board with that.
That's funny. I mean, I think a lot of us kind of run into those issues with significant others and stuff. Anybody else? Like, what else happened this weekend? Let's talk about the group. Is everybody in BU? Y'all can come off mute. Let's see. Uh-oh, I'm looking for my little mute button. That's awesome, Tangi. That's awesome. Um, Let me see. Somebody else said, I tried to do more water, a gallon a day. I did it, but the way I had to use the bathroom. Yes, Tamara wrote that. Anybody else feeling like they're always going to the bathroom with trying to stay on point with the gallon and stuff on Tuesday? I see some hands being raised. Y'all can just raise your hand on your thingy majigger. What am I trying to say? On your Zoom account. Or yep, Trania raised her hand
I
too.
take a blood pressure pill that has a diuretic in it.
Oh
So
yeah.
when I drink a lot, I'm going.
You're definitely going to the restroom. Yes.
I'm with her too. I take a blood pressure medicine too. I agree with that. I go a lot too.
And it keeps y'all going to that restroom. Listen, whenever y'all do these gallon challenges and stuff, it does keep you flushed. It definitely keeps you flushed. I look at Gallon Tuesdays as another way of resetting your body. For me, I look at it like if I don't get enough water, my skin will literally dry out from my little feet to my hands. I can notice it in my face. Like I'll touch my face and I'm like, why do I feel so dry? But so the water on Tuesdays, it definitely kind of resets your body. It pumps that hydration into your body that you need. Sometimes we lack throughout the week. So taking an intentional time, at least one day per week where we're doing that, that helps more than what you possibly could ever imagine. And I know a lot of us are already drinking a lot of water anyway. So you're probably always going to the bathroom like, oh my God, why am I going to the bathroom so much? But that's okay because it's normal. So, it's normal to go to the bathroom. Even in our busy lives, we're like, oh, I can't finish my meeting or I can't finish my work. Or I got to do this, that, and the third because I'm always going to the bathroom. Let me tell you, you're normal. It's okay. Use the restroom because it's just your body reacting normally to just this influx of hydration in which we all need. So that's good to hear. What I have done for those of us who are like really pumping it up a notch and our body's starting to hold on to some stuff like our sodium and everything in our diets naturally. I actually bumped it up and I'm suggesting for some people to do the gallon on Tuesday and on Friday. So if that's something that you want to do this week, definitely just do it. You don't even have to let me know or you want to attempt to do it. Say that you're doing your Tuesdays and you're noticing I'm not getting over the hump. I'm not able to hit that gallon. I heard that a lot last week and I've been hearing that over the past month is that one day is just, you're not really hitting it. Some of us are not, and that's okay. So I would say if you're one of those people where you're just not able to get it in, I would definitely suggest doing it either the next day, finishing off the next day, and also adding in Friday as another intentional day to get that gallon in, or maybe on a day where you're not doing as much, maybe you're not at the office or in the classroom or what have you, and you can do it on a Saturday or you can do it on a Sunday whenever you're in the comforts of your own home. Just switch that day or add that day in to a day where you're just kind of chilling a little bit more. But don't feel about going to the bathroom so much. It's your body reacting naturally. There's nothing wrong. And you want to, that is how your body kind of releases those things through, a BM or through normal urination. It cleanses your body. It releases those toxins and everything that our body just kind of get backs up with over time of just eating and placing things into our body. There's only two ways that our body can dispel it. So it's natural. Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm scared to drink the water because I'm scared to go to the bathroom so much. No. Don't be scared. Do what you got to do. Okay. So that's what I'm adding in this week, Tuesday and Friday. Definitely join in if you want to. This will be great because we know that February 20th is our photo shoot day. Yes, what I need for y'all to do, even if you're watching the playback, let me know if you're going to be a part of the photo shoot. What I have to do is let everybody know on the backside. Our photographer, I need to let him know what's going on so he can get everything together. There is some other planning that's happening in place for some stage things that we're going to do. So definitely confirm if you're going to be there or not. And that will also allow me to plan out with timing as well. So I definitely need to know a hard number if you're going to be able to attend or not. And y'all are going to see me ask that a lot through this week. Hey, are you coming from out of town? Hey, are you going to be able to show up? Hey, are you coming? Whatever, just let me know. Let's get into some of the goals. And if you're just joining us, I'm just kind of doing a recap of who achieved a goal this week, some type of a goal. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. We just talked about water. Chandra gained muscle, cut back on the cardio, ate better, and still gain. Yikes. Well, you gained the muscle. Did you gain body fat? That is the question. Because if you gained muscle, but you still came in on inches, you're good. Okay. if in fact you gain muscle and you gain body fat, there's some tweaking to do. So I'm just going to say, hey, what exactly, where else did you gain? If you only gain in muscle, then you're good. If you gain in body fat, then we need to talk. Okay. And I don't know if I was supposed to read that out loud. Chandra, was I supposed to read that out loud? And then I called your name. I guess we can talk offline. I'm so sorry.
You fine.
Exposed. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you know if you gained in both? Well, since we here, did you gain in body fat too?
Oh, probably. I gotta go look at it. I got mad. Just this week has been off anyway because everything changed going back into the building, and so it messed up my whole routine that I had going, and so trying to adjust and not fall back into some stuff I was doing before when I was going back into the building. I will say I've never been a morning person ever, not even when I was younger. So now with me having to be up for like burn unit stuff before we had to go back to work, and just during the whole pandemic, getting up early, it hasn't bothered me anymore like it used to bother me. And so I've gotten out of that. So I was actually able to get up. I baked some, well, not baked, but I did my tilapia in the air fryer, made my breakfast, got dressed and did everything I need to do and still got to work on time, which has never been a something I've been able to do in the morning. Usually I'm like, oh my God, let me hurry up and get up out the house. So that was a plus this week because I'm used to now being up early and making sure that I eat something and drink a bottle of water before I do whatever. So that's a plus. But with me going back into the building, it's like I don't want to use the bathroom at the school. I don't want to, it's just you're nervous. So my whole system has been off this week because of that and being back in that environment. So I know that's probably part of why I gained too, because I haven't been able to sleep like I normally sleep and get my rest. So there's a lot of factors that were involved in last week. So I'm thinking that's probably why. I didn't feel like some weeks I'd be like, okay, I feel like I probably gained. I didn't feel like that this week. And I intentionally did stuff different this week to try to shock my body, but it didn't work. So I don't know. I figured something else out.
Okay. And we can talk about schedule stressors too, because that's something that you brought up. Being stressed about, a new schedule or being back in an old environment. I mean, let's address the obvious. It's a pandemic. I mean, I know I would be scared to use the bathroom comfortably, something that's so normal, so natural. It's like, you already amongst, a population, a body of people that are, they not the, when it comes to colds and viruses and bacteria and everything, kids can be very scary for adults because we know it's like, ooh, you just sneezed and now you want to talk all in my face. Yikes. And that's outside of a pandemic. So I can't imagine the stress that you feel going back into these environments. So we're definitely going to talk about that. I want you all to, while I still address these goals, I want you all to talk about or drop into the chat some of the schedule stressors that you are experiencing right now. Just think about over the last week, especially those who are now going back into the office, going back into the classroom, going back into these buildings, these facilities amongst other people. We've been in our bubble, our own personal bubble for the past almost year. March will be a year for us being in our own bubble. So we're 11 months of now trying to come outside of our bubble. And we're trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? When do I need to eat? When do I need to do X, Y, and Z? It's kind of like breaking you out of your comfort zone. And anytime that happens, what our body does is it builds up like a defense mechanism. Sometimes it kind of protects us because we're sending that signal, or our brain is sending that signal to the rest of our body. Hold up, wait a minute. And our body comes resistant to some changes. So we have to kind of lean into the change and say, hey, no. Let's normalize it. let's do our best to configure or figure out a way that we can normalize where we are at this very moment. So drop some of your schedule stressors in there, because I definitely want to address those things, because that's very important, very, very important. I'm going back into the goals. But yeah, Chandra, we're gonna go back to you, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Trinia said I didn't do meatless Monday, but was meatless the rest of the week. Okay, so if that's almost for you, Trinia, that's totally fine about the whole meatless Monday thing. Listen, you all, while you're doing the meatless Mondays or the meatless days, or if that's just where your diet is at this moment, just be reminded to make sure that you do hit your protein goal, that you hit that protein goal. And if you need more examples of, well, how do, what are some other plant-based sources so that I can get my protein intake in? Because that's very important, especially if you're someone who's really trying to cut the body fat, you want to keep your energy up, you want your body to receive, the workouts that you're doing and the food that you're eating, you gotta hit those macronutrients. So the fact that you missed Monday, you did the rest of the week, I think almost does count. Great job, Trania. Congrats everyone. We put those money signs in there for you, Tangie girl. You did great. And y'all let me know if you plan on doing the photo shoot. If you missed that and you're just joining, I definitely need to know if you're doing the photo shoot. Terry, I was better with my macros this week, and you drank your 64 ounces of water daily. That's what's up. Okay. Talk about your macronutrients, Miss Terry. How was it for you? Did you find that you were you super consistent like throughout the week, or did you start to notice like certain foods that you normally gravitate towards and how to change them up a little bit? Talk about how you were able to really balance out your macros and really meet your macronutrient requirement most of the days this week.
Yeah, most of the days. I didn't hit them every day, but most of the days I did hit my macros. Like well, as an example, one day I was close to hitting everything, and I think it was dinner time, and I was going to have some focaccia bread to go with my soup and salad or something like that. And then I saw like, oh, that's going to put me over. It's like, I'm going to let that bread go today. I'm not going to eat that. I want to let the bread go, and then that put me back. So, I mean, I would look when I got close to the end of the day to be like, okay, well, wait a minute, where am I? Like, no, better change that. No, or, oh, I need to eat some more so I can get closer to where it is I'm supposed to be. So I tried to do that. Like I said, I was good most of the days. There are a few days that I might have gone over slightly, or I might have been slightly under. But I think I tried to be more cognizant.
And that's good. Did you feel any changes? Did your body change any? Did you know any changes in like your measurements or anything, or just like slight changes, or even in your energy and how you felt? Were you more hungry? Were you less hungry? How did you feel?
No, I wasn't any more hungry. No, I was fine. I did notice I went from 165 to 167, but I still am not standing like totally flat on the scale. So, okay. Until I can get my foot totally flat, I just want to try to stay in the ballpark.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of hard for you to tell at this moment. I know that you have the boot is now off. No, you have the boot on, right?
I have the boot on, but I can take it off and stand. But my foot is still kind of, and trying to have balance without the boot on, or just balance in general. The balance is just not there. I mean, I'm pretty much standing on one foot and slightly putting the other foot down. I don't know if that has any kind of, if that makes a difference, because you're not evenly distributed, your weight's not evenly distributed. So, I'm just trying to do the best I can until I can have better balance and of my footing and everything. So just trying to do the best I can.
Well, you're doing good. I mean, the fact that you're paying attention to your macronutrients, and I mean, you really can't take that number on the scale. You can't really utilize that simply because, the weight is not evenly balanced. You might take a breath and then next thing you know, the numbers shoot up. Does anybody notice that if they're on a scale and they breathe differently, the number might, fluctuate a little bit? Sometimes we end up holding our breath on the scale. Don't hold your breath, y'all, on the scale. Make sure, when you're on the scale, feet are evenly placed and breathe normally and just, let it normalize whenever it configures, whatever it's going to configure, and then boom, take it for what it is. But that's another thing about the scale, which is why I like it. I like it for the in-depth numbers. If you have one, the BIA type of scales, the body impedance analysis scale. If you have one of those, I like it for the in-depth information that it provides and not just that one number at the top. And we talk about this almost every week. That number represents so many numbers. So you can in fact go up, but everything else has gone down and muscle mass gained and whatnot, and your inches went down. But the fact that that big number, that one number went up, you're freaking out. So just kind of keep those things in mind, which is why I would suggest using a measuring tape instead to kind of mark your progress, especially for you right now, Miss Terry. You're someone who's like, you can't really stand on it flat right now. So I would really lean into taking your measurements of the waistline, of the hips, some of our problematic areas. That is what I would focus on right now if I were you, until you can stand on evenly so that you don't marry in your mind that one number that could be skewed based off how you're standing on it. And that's for everybody across the board. Lean into taking your measurements now because, your weight tells you one thing, but your measurements tell a whole different story, okay? But for the most part, great job, Ms. Terry, on meeting those macronutrients. That is very hard. It is very challenging to do. And the fact that you've been able to figure out little things in your eating regimen that wouldn't necessarily be best for you, you're now starting to figure like, let me not do that this time because that's going to take me over. And those are the type of conversations that you'll be having with, myself, or just in general, like, yeah, I try to cut back on these types of food when I'm eating this because I know that it's going to take me over what I need at the moment. But I guarantee you the fact that you're hitting your macronutrients, your inches are probably down. I feel very confident with saying that. Let's see. Someone put in, personally, I have lots of ice cups. Why doesn't it count as water intake? I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. To this person, I haven't really looked as in depth with ice consumption and it being water intake. For me, I feel like, yes, it's solidified water. So I guess it would be, but I wouldn't necessarily know how to measure that. I'm pretty sure you could. A cup of ice equals X amount of fluid ounces of water. I'm more than sure that you could, but I just haven't looked into it yet. But if that is how you're getting your water intake and it's seeming to work for you, I'm gonna say, okay, cool, go for the gold. But there's nothing like some good old water, just liquid, putting into your system and going from there. But maybe we can talk offline about that. And I'll look a little bit more in depth on my side so that I'm giving you an educated opinion. Let's see. Definitely an adjustment. I was trying not to fall back into old habits. And so was that your goal? T, I see that you put that to everyone. So I'm gonna feel comfortable with saying your name. Talea, come off mute if you don't mind. And your comment was you definitely had an adjustment this week, or it was an adjustment this week, and you're trying not to fall back into old habits. That can be very hard for everybody. Just week by week, you find yourself trying to reconfigure different things, even if it's just one thing that's different in your schedule this week. It's like, oh, okay, how am I going to get around that? How am I going to get around this? And the fact that you went back into the school, back into the classroom, this sounds like it's a schedule stressor. Am I correct, T?
Yeah, everything was a stressor for me this week. But kind of falling back in line with what Chandra was saying earlier, just that whole schedule readjustment. It was so easy, even though I took my lunch to work. Like you said, not wanting to, go to the restroom with everyone else, not wanting to use, the microwave because I forgot the little portable oven thing that I bought the first day. So then, it's like, oh, okay, I can run out and grab something for lunch, or, because the schedule's thrown off, and I'm mentally exhausted, grabbing something, on the way home. So that lack of preparation and adding everything else into the mix just threw everything off for me this week. So yeah, trying to fix that at the moment. But yeah, that schedule change was real.
And you're not the only one. Everybody who had a schedule change this week, go ahead and throw I did into the chat. I did. If you had a schedule change this week, let me see. You can either come off cam up and raise your hand. I see you, Taz. You had a schedule change, or throw it in the chat for me. I did. For those, yes, a show did came through. So if you had a schedule change this week, this past week, that is definitely a stressor. That is definitely a stressor. Most of you all in Burn Unit are in the classroom, in the school, in some way, shape, or form, from counselors to advisors, supervisors, teachers, so on and so forth. You all are in the education system. And I know it was very different for you all to get back into, I guess, the school this year. I mean, not this year, but this past week. So let's lean into this schedule change a little bit. Let's talk about it. Because that's one thing in the check-ins that I heard a lot of this past week. Reagan, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I'm about to lose it. My anxiety is at an all-time high. What do I need to do? I can't focus on this. Lord, I done gained some weight. Whatever. There were so many different people in different states that felt this way this past week. And whenever your schedule change or your environment changes, what you have to do sometimes, you got to lean into it. You just got to go through it. There's nothing I can do about it. You just have to go through it yourself. And what is the one thing that I say every single week? This lifestyle change is going to be a what? A lifetime of work. This is not the first time that you will have a change. Let's think about it. We're just now going back into our offices, the school, what have you. And it is different in our schedule. We're having to get back out there, drive to our cars, get up early in the morning, prepare ourselves, hit the road, get to work, go through it. You didn't see your nasty coworker who ain't really, took the pandemic serious, because you've been seeing them on social media visiting everybody and their Uncle Bobby D. Then on top of that, you got the I see you, Taz. Then on top of that, you got to kind of like, find your level of comfort in this environment. And we're going to just go ahead and say it is a new environment. Yeah, it might be the same job, but it's a new environment. It is, again, for you, because you haven't done this environment in the past 11 months. So it's new for you. And your mindset is completely different. You're not that same person that you were 11 months ago. The world is not the same way that it was 11 months ago. It's a different ball game. So you can't approach it the same way that you did 11 months ago, because it's not that. So let's talk about how can we get over the hump, this stressful hump, this hump that is giving us anxiety, that's making our body become resistant to the changes, the good changes that we're looking for, because we're still on point with our eating. We're still drinking the way that we need to be drinking. We're doing our workout. We're reconfiguring our schedule to make this work. That's exactly what you have to do. Reconfigure your schedule to make this change work. I need you to think about a couple of different things. Number one, how can you protect your spiritual or your inner peace so that when you walk through those doors, you're good to go? And that's going to be a conversation that you have to have with yourself. But that is where you need to start. What can I do so that when I walk through those doors, come tomorrow, if I got to go in tomorrow, when I walk through, what do I need to do to protect my peace? Do I need to say me a little prayer? In which I hope that y'all are doing, because I pray for all of y'all every day. But do I need to say a little prayer? Before I open up those doors, do I need to just have my gloves on all day because I can't stand door handles? Figure out what it is. Is it the fact that, I don't know what everybody else has been doing? I'm scared. Is it the fact that, Lord, I'm gonna just have to hold my pee all day because I ain't about to throw my hind parts out in front of this little empty toilet seat and throw all my business and use the bathroom. I'm not about to open up my business to the public like that. So what is your stressor? Identify what your stressor is, and then figure out a way, or list some ways that you can get around it or the way that you can make it work for yourself. And I'm going to talk about bathrooms because for me, that is my stressor. Whenever I would, and I still haven't gotten over that hump yet of being out and about and going to the bathroom. Now, fortunately for myself, I haven't had to, be in one area for hours at a time. But me and Taz were talking earlier and it made me think about something. Well, actually, I have gotten over that hump of using the bathroom in public. I don't like public restrooms. Pre-pandemic, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I never liked public restrooms, but I'm also not going to hold myself for hours long because I'm scared. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and get me some pocket Lysol. Let me get my antibacterial wipes. Let me spray. Okay. Then let me make sure the toilet's clean. And I don't sit on public toilets. Now, if you do, that's your business. And there's no judgment. But my squat game had to be strong. So them quads are definitely on point. I use the restroom. I say, okay, I take my little antibacterial wipe or some tissue. If I don't have it, I take some tissue. I boop, boop. I use that handle. I toss it in there. Nobody died. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes we create this anxiety within ourselves and it becomes a bigger deal than what it absolutely has to be. I'm okay. I ain't caught nothing. Ain't nothing happened from it. Was I a little grossed out the first time? Sure. I was grossed all the way out. But I had to get over the hump because what I'm not going to do is sit there and hold myself all for the next couple of hours until I get home and then use the bathroom. I have to make it make sense. And this is our new norm currently. Now, it might be different 2 to 3 months from now. It might be different next week. We don't know. But you have to begin to normalize things and make it make sense for yourself. But the bathroom is one of my things. Now, if it's just the fact that you're in a new environment, some of the things that I've heard us talk about over the past week or two was, well, Reagan, whenever I eat, I don't want to have my stuff in the teacher's lounge, or I don't want to have my stuff in the shared, what is it called? Not microwave, but yeah, heating up our stuff in shared stuff or whatever, or have our stuff in the refrigerator with our coworkers because we don't know them like that. Same thing, same thing. Take your Lysol, your whatever, wipe down the handles, wipe down the exterior of your stuff, whatever you're gonna be using, just wipe it down. If you're freaking out that bad about it, wipe it down. The heat waves gonna heat your stuff up. You take your stuff out, keep it covered. You walk back to your personal private spot. You sat down, you spray your air. If you want to clear it, remove your mask, whoop, 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 whoop. Eat like you need to eat, drink like you need to drink, cover everything up, and then move on. I promise you, if you just start making things make sense for yourself, you'll be fine. But don't overthink it to the point where you're becoming resistant to things that you should be doing for your everyday health. Okay. So that is what my challenge is going to be for you all who are having like some anxiety about what do I do in these situations? It's new, but make it work. That's what you have to do at this point in time. You have to make it work. I'm going to jump into some of these comments and see what's going on. Did anybody have something they want to put out? Did I not address something that you may be experiencing personally? Let me know. Definitely let me know. Now is that time. Or even ask
Reagan,
Mm-hmm.
quick question. So I know you said we're supposed to eat a certain amount of meals a day. I'm still working on that.
Okay.
So I'm back to the eating breakfast, which is good, and I'm on to the oatmeal, which I hated oatmeal as a kid, but I'm trying to eat it now. But so I'm doing that. But because of the big shift, it's like when you're having 90-minute classes 3 times a day, you have your lunch, but it's like if I get 3 in, I'm doing good. But I'm not doing 4 or 5 a day. I'm gonna just be honest.
Okay. So these classes, and let's go to schedule real quick. So,
Okay.
because we talked about eating schedules, I think it was last week and the week before last, whenever we
Right.
all wrote down what it needs to be. Are you trying to follow that schedule that we set? or did you change your schedule for what your schedule actually is right now?
I was looking at trying to eat every 3 hours, but this starting like Wednesday, because that's when we went back Wednesday. I don't think I know I didn't do it every 3 hours. I know I didn't.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Whenever are you eating before you get to work?
No, I would normally eat my breakfast at work, and then I won't eat again until lunch. So lunch is like 12. So let's say my first class starts at 8:50. So I'm usually eating about 8. I know you're supposed to eat when you 30 minutes after you get up. Not this week.
Okay.
It just didn't work. But so yeah,
Well, you
a
stay there.
small a small snack in between, like maybe a fruit. Trying to stay away from the bag of chips. It's getting less. It's not a lot, but hey, it had to be something. It had to be something. And when I get home, it's after 4:30. So yeah, it's a big gap.
That's a big gap. Yeah, you're right. It is
Yeah.
a big gap. And now that you know that, you verbalize that, not to me, but to your community, now we all gonna hold you accountable and say, well, when does your first meal need to happen?
Before I leave the house.
Amen. There we go. We just got to do it. Now we just have to do it. So let that be your goal this week. You absolutely have to have that meal before you leave. If not, you already know that you've kind of missed that one area of opportunity. And that doesn't mean, oh Lord, I'm running late. I ain't have it now. My whole day is going to be gone to hell. No, that's not what that means. But you do have to take advantage of that meal. Because think about when the last time you was, or you had your last meal the day before. And then before you eat, say you missed that breakfast break, your fast, you missed that break. Then you have your meal, or whether it's a cup of nuts or whatever, you don't have that to another hour, a couple hours later, you miss your major area of opportunity. So what I want you to do is prioritize that very first meal of the day. That's going to set the tone of the rest of your day. Those times, those 90-minute classes and so on and so forth. I know y'all had a testing period and we talked about that stuff too, but that's a weird week. That's not going to be forever. That's a weird week. So I want you to truly prioritize your breakfast this week, period. No exceptions. All it means is that if you got to get up 30 minutes earlier so that you can feed yourself, fuel yourself, show that love to yourself, you got to do what you got to do. You have to do what you have to do. And that's not only to you, Taz, that's to everybody up here and everybody watching the playback. You have to prioritize your meals and make it make sense for your schedule. If you know that you can only have small meals or snacks in between these meetings or these classes or what have you, then you know that that first meal of the day is important. You have those small meals in between. And then after the day is over, do you have a moment to say, okay, everybody's gone. Let me tuck myself off in a corner real quick. Let me eat what I need to eat because I know I got a 45-minute drive home. Or I know whenever I get home, I'm going to be tired. I'm not going to feel like cooking. I just want to kick my shoes off and rest my dogs. I don't want to worry about cutting on the stove, cutting on the air. I don't want to worry about it right now. You need to prioritize Jesus eating before you leave. Or before you crank your car up, you in the compass of your car, you done removed your mask, you done did your hand sanitize, you done did everything you need to do. Lord, let me grab my stuff before I move out of this parking lot and let me eat. Boom. Those are 2 meals right there that you may or may not be having right now that you need to prioritize in this week coming up. That's my challenge for you. But good point, because I know that's probably helped some other people too. People may have felt the same way. Trinicia says, I remember the stress of graduate school and returning to school outside of the pandemic. I did this twice, but God made a way. I'm grateful. Amen. You can get through these crazy, stressful times, y'all, and we're going to get through it. But We just got to make things make sense right now. Okay. So that's where we are. Some things that we have done to take us out, Talia said prayer, worship, and praise music all day. Yes. If that's what you have to continue to pump into your spirit to kind of protect you. If you can't say, oh Lord, I believe in God and stuff, but then you worrying every 24/7, I mean, every 2.57 seconds, that ain't gonna work. No, you're not. So don't worry. Don't worry. If we just kind of take off that shield of worry and then just kind of like walk into it because we're smart. We know what we need to do. We know how to protect ourselves. Let's do what we got to do. Like take control over yourself in this pandemic. Okay. Chandra says her goal for this week, get more rest, knock out 7 bottles of water at least 3 days this week. And she says, Taz, you will see me at least twice a day to use your restroom. There you go. Work with a partner, y'all. If you know someone who's in your building or in your classroom or in your office that, y'all on the same vibes, y'all just trying to make it work together, find your accountability partner in your workspace, your coworkers. Lean into those coworkers and say, Lord, we all nervous, but okay, let's make it work for us. Okay. Find your safe haven at work because you got to pay your bills. I'm not about to tell y'all to quit y'all jobs. I'm not doing that, but I am going to say, make it make sense and make it work for your environment. That's it. Great point, Chandra. Somebody said they don't like public restrooms. I don't, but again, I ain't gonna hold mine all day. I'm gonna have to make it make sense. Chandra carries her own wipes and small can of spray. These are things that you can do. Spray, whoop, whoop. Again, if that's gonna shield you and make you feel better about using the restroom or walking outside of your office or outside of your classroom, do what you gotta do. Do exactly what you have to do. Squat is what's up. What, Miss Terry? I think you were saying the squat is what's up. Okay, it is.
Yes, I would say squatting is what's up, Miss
Yeah.
Reagan. That's right. You got to get that squat on. Not sitting on any public toilet. And if it does come down to that, I'm rolling in it with tissue and everything else. If it comes down to you got to have that number 2. It's kind of hard to squat and drop that. I'm just saying. You the first lady got to keep it real.
Keep it right, Miss Cut. Keep it right, First Lady.
You see what I'm saying, Miss Parishioner? You see what I'm saying?
Gotta
This is
keep
my
it
number
cute.
1 parishioner. Sometimes it's just not gonna drop. So you got to, hey, what?
I
I'm just
love it.
saying.
Yes. Bags only. Bags only. Bags only. So squatting is what's up, y'all. So don't
It is. Work
Nope.
on them thigh muscles. Work on them thigh muscles. You might need them for something else too. Come from the first lady.
Oh God, Miss Terry. I love it. Yes. Do what you got to do to make it make sense for y'all. Okay. But whatever you do, don't put your body in harm just so that you're avoiding stuff. That's not going to help you. You got to make it work for you. Shamika, let me see. Your hand was up. Antronia's hand was up. Shamika, I'm on to one of yours. Yes, we have to come out of our heads. Yes. Yes. Even if you want to further elaborate on that, Shamika, definitely the floor is yours. But we do have to come out of our own heads. We have to, because that is a damaging place to be.
Hey y'all, good morning. So mostly just like you said before, coming out of your head means don't overthink it to the point that you can't come up with a solution. And I know I look crazy because I'm actually in my pantry so that y'all don't hear my children in the background. So yes, I'm in my pantry. But Taz, one of the things I had the same problem as you is just not getting enough meals in and not doing that meal in the morning early like I'm supposed to. So what I started to do was have a half a banana or have my smoothie that I prepped the night before. And what I would do is freeze it earlier in the day, take it out of the freezer right before bed. So by the morning, it's still a little slushy, and then shake that up with the little ball and go ahead and drink that. If you can see it, this is one of my other go-tos, but it's the extra large protein bars. Now the calories are good on it. Sodium's not bad, and good high fiber and plenty of protein. Like there is 15 grams of protein in these extra large protein bars. And they don't taste bad. Now for me, eating early is hard. So sometimes I find myself kind of forcing myself to eat it, but I got to do what I got to do to get it in. So I'll go ahead and have this. And because it's sweet to me, it helps me wash it down with some water before I get to work. So that was my new goal. And bam, I've gotten that out the way. And so I kind of call this my early breakfast or my first break fast. And then another thing that I have is, if y'all can see this, it's just some chopped vegetables, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers. And so I have these, I try to keep some of these already chopped and ready to go. And if I know I want something more than like a protein bar in the morning, take that. If you're okay, like I'm okay with liquid egg whites. So I'll buy some of those because it's a quick go-to. You can buy the regular ones that are just cholesterol and fat free. It's a quick go-to. So if you have your chopped up vegetables and you got your liquid egg, you don't have to go cracking and beating and doing all that. Throw that together real quick. You can make a scrambled breakfast in the microwave. You don't got to pull out no skillet. 1 minute, 10 seconds in the microwave, and then just kind of look at it a little bit, put it back in there for like another maybe 15 seconds, and you'll have a fluffy egg scramble that you can eat real quick, and you've gotten your protein. So those are like another healthy treat. And then just keeping things at work. I have a snack drawer. Everybody in my office knows if you ain't got nothing to eat, go see Shamika. She gonna have something in that drawer for you to have. And it's gonna be healthy. It's gonna be something that you ain't gonna barf about. It's something that can fill you up. So have something that at the end of the day, before you walk out the door, you can grab it, you can go. I've just gotten used to overnight oatmeal. So I did a video on it. I'll do another one today because I got a meal prep for this week. But overnight oatmeal, and I'm okay eating it cold, which was a shocker to me. But the recipe I made was good. It was peanut butter, banana, and like a few chocolate chip morsels, like 6 chocolate chip, just to trick your mind. You got something sweet in there. It kind of broke it up some. But it was easy, and that's something, like she said, you can eat it in the car before you go into work, or you can have it at your desk. It doesn't have to go in the refrigerator. It'll be fine if you got a little ice pack in your bag, and you'll be good to go. Or even if that's your meal that you have before you get home, and you just have a small thing of that, that's still a meal that'll help. So those are just some of my little quick tips.
Shamika always coming through with a word, y'all. Y'all better get into it, get into it, get into it, and rely on your community, y'all. Rely on your community. I thank you for that. We all definitely appreciate you giving us that, because those are some great ideas, great ideas. And we can all benefit from. She mentioned, okay, everybody knows in her office, you ain't got what you need, hit her up. Hit your homegirl up, your coworker up, or whomever that you trust, and say, okay, listen, I missed out on, my meal. You got something I can snack on real quick if you're there. Other than that, you be prepared yourself. She says she keeps a snack drawer. I know I was talking to somebody earlier this week in BU saying, hey, this is one of your go-to things. It's your saving grace. Everybody has a saving grace something. It sounds like your bar in the morning, Shamika, that's one of your things. Okay, I know I like that. I'm going to get that and I'm going to move on. It's my saving grace. She may not do it every single day, but she knows that it has what it needs in there. It's not going to go super crazy against her macronutrients. She's going to consume that, wash it down with some water and move on. But it's something where she has broken that fast. She broke the fast between yesterday's meal and going on and moving on for this day. You gotta break your fast, period. Thank you, Shamika. That was very helpful for sure. But definitely post them videos in BU when you do it, so we can all see it. And again, if you're not in the GroupMe link, what I'm going to do is make sure I post it up on this chat so that you can join the community and we can pour the motivation in there. Tangi even mentioned earlier, like she just went to the group, or she looked at the group and that was her motivation for her. So we can all truly motivate each other. Let's lean into each other. That's what it's there for. Let me see. Chandra had to remember that a meal can be a shake or some nuts or fruit in between our main meals. Yes. And that's something that you also mentioned too, Taz, having those small things in between, a little snack or a small meal. Those are important. Stay prepared with those, especially if you work in an environment where you don't have access to a microwave or you don't have access to a refrigerator. Shamika even said, okay, you can have something with your little ice pack and your little lunch pail. Cool. You got to make it work for yourself. Think about your environment, think about what works for you, and then make sure your schedule works around those, and the type of meals that you choose to eat work around those things as well. Great point, y'all. Great point. Trania said doorknobs, touching debit machines. I must wear some gloves of some form or have hand sanitizer wipes on deck. Keep your stuff, y'all. Keep your hand sanitizing things. Those things are important, super imperative right now. And they do kind of provide some type of sense of peace while you're out and about doing things. It may not be, it's not your house, but it does kind of provide that extra layer of protection that we're all looking for right now, now that we're getting out of our homes a little bit more. Tamara said she needed to hear that grad school testimony. Thank you. I think this doctorate is trying to take me out, honey. She's trying to get her doctorate. Tam, yes, get that doctorate, honey. Get that doctorate, girl. Get that doctorate. Get them degrees. I love it, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't let these things take you out. Some of us are working on degrees. Some of us are working on more certifications. Some of us are working through challenges just with our work schedule or our personal schedule, kids going back into school. Some kids are just at home still. We're just trying to make it work. So whatever it is, y'all give your testimony. Somebody else is listening. They need to hear it. Okay. So great job, Tamara. I didn't know you were working on that doctorate, honey. I love that. That's what's up. Let me see y'all showing some love to each other. Yes, First Lady. Miss Terry, you are a trip. Okay. And I see Trania, you had your hand up. Is there something that you wanted to add, Trania? I'm about to wrap us all up, y'all.
Yes,
Okay, what's up?
yes. Let me say first of all, Shamika, that was a whole word. That was a whole word, and I believe it was you who said in the past to put chocolate on your popcorn. And if not, please forgive my heart, but I have been following that because I'm from Chicago, and Garrett's popcorn
Ooh.
used to do that a lot, and that was my favorite popcorn. But those snack ideas were on point because I'm an MOID teacher, which is an exceptional needs teacher. When I was in the classroom for those of you who don't know, I was involved in a severe car accident that has me still off work to this day. Um, Before, the doctor hasn't signed off yet, COVID came, and he was about to, but when COVID came, he was like, no, we're gonna wait, this is over with, in order for me to go back in class. So when I was in the class, I was overweight, and I always had snacks in my drawer too, but they were not the right ones. And I mean, teachers, even the principals would come in my class to go in the snack jar to get the snacks that were that weren't healthy to anybody. But at the time of my ignorance, I didn't know any better because it was a comfort for me for other reasons. Um, However, I'm so thankful to you, Reagan. I'm thankful to you, Chandra, and everybody that is a part of the burn unit, because now my state of mind is different. It's not just for me about the workout. I had to change the way I feel about myself. I had to really get closer to God, like reading his word. Like one of the main verses was, so as a man thinketh, so is he. I continue to this day to hold on to that because I struggle sometimes with um the water. Sometimes I struggle. I'm not struggling no more with the meatless Monday because I could do without meat, and I feel 10 times better. I get better sleep. My whole performance, everything is better. And in the situation that I'm in now, where I have to go through not only the workout, but to physical therapy, to speech, and all those other things, they are even noticing the change that you're bringing, Reagan, because and I tell them I believe it's the meat, it's the workout too, but it's the meat. Now to get to what my original question was, sometimes my back, I know I'm not doing it right, and it's funny because even though my video is not on, you come into my head, and I have to laugh sometimes when I'm in here. Um, I don't want to say half doing it, but doing it my way, the workout, and I'm forced to do it the correct way. However, sometimes it's something I'm doing that's making my back, because like for the last 2 days, my back was in so much pain. I could barely even sit on the couch. And I had to lay on the floor and just kind of lay and do everything. And so that was my question. Um, Before Shamika came and gave us those nuggets. um, yeah, that was my question. What do I do? How can I stop the pain from being in my lower back, or is that something that should occur with
Mm-mm.
this process? So
So on, I'm sorry, was that the
no,
question?
I'm done.
Wow. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say about the your form and your technique. And anytime that I'm saying, hey, send your receipts, and this is to everybody, that is what I'm looking for. If you're someone, because you might not be the only person, Trinia, where you're doing some type of an exercise that I said, hey, do this on your homework or do this in burn unit or whatever. Many of you have also sent me some things before, sent your receipts in of you doing certain exercises. And I'm like, I can tell that you're whipping yourself up if we're doing abdominal exercises, which is where a lot of back injuries come from. We're whipping ourselves up, which means we're not even using our core. We're whipping ourselves up, putting that stress and that strain in our back. So it also depends on what exercises you're feeling this discomfort in. And that's what we'll need to identify. So what I want you to do is maybe send me a video of you doing some of the movement that you're talking about. Now, don't do it to the point where you're hurt, but if you can recall which exercise it was or what we were working on that day, let me know. You all know whenever we're doing squats, I'm always saying heels down, toes up. Y'all know I'm gonna say that all the time because that's important. Sometimes when we squat differently, it puts strain and stress in our knees. For some of us, our back, anytime we're doing something where we're squatting and touching the ground, again, we whip ourselves over. We're bending at the back, but we're not using our legs. That could be it. If we're doing abdominal work, core work, and you're whipping yourself up, or we're doing something when the legs go up and the legs go down, sometimes that area is not as strong enough to support straight legs. So you might have to go bent knee. So it really just depends on what exercise you're talking about, but I'm committed to figuring out what we need to do so that it works for you and that you don't continuously hurt or injure yourself. That's important to me. So definitely send me a receipt, send me a video, or you can just text me and say, hey, these are the exercises that tend to hurt when I do them. That's important. We definitely need to get to the bottom of that sooner than later. So send me something over, Trinia, because I want to figure out what that is for you. Okay.
can I just blame it on something? I mean, I love when we do like when we lift the weight, when we're standing and we have to, I can't, it's core work, I believe, but I love that part, but I believe that might be what is causing it when I when we pick up the 10-pound kettlebell on our side. I believe that's it. But I would like to blame it on those stinky plat. What is it? The plat. I'm gonna blame it on those. Okay, so let's blame it on that.
Trinia said, no thanks. I don't want to do it. Chandra also put in deadlift
Thank
60.
you.
So that may be
Thank you, Chandra.
okay. So yeah, then that means we need to figure out what you're doing wrong in it or what we need to kind of adjust and shift on. It could also be the weight, maybe your body is not ready for that weight. And that could be anybody. Like I know if I try to go deadlift 120 pounds right now, my body's gonna say, no, ma'am. There might be some strain or stress in my back. So it really just depends on what it is, and it varies person by person, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay. We're definitely
But
gonna
I thought it might be the weight too. So I went to 5 and below and bought the 5-pound and 6-pound kettlebell. And they have a ball, the medicine ball. I bought it at a lower weight too. So hopefully that won't occur this week.
Well, send me that receipt when it does, because I want to get to it before it hurts. Okay. I don't want you to
Okay.
receipt of no hurt stuff. I want to get to it before. And so maybe doing the movement without the weight, listening to some of the cues that I throw out there without the weight. You might be like, well, Reagan, I'm trying to get the burn. No, sometimes we need to get the form technique right first, and then we can get to the burn. So let's figure that out. Okay. We're going to figure
Okay.
that out.
Thank you.
No problem. Shamika says, so glad she's able to help. No, we all appreciate it, Shamika, and everything that everybody gets to. She says she's here to help whoever she can. She'll pray for you and give whatever tips she can. This group is everything. Yes, this group is everything. Okay. Just let me know and I'll try to help you out. Y'all are pushing me to create nutrition content. Girl, yes. And I feel like this is a safe place for me to share my low budget, ratchet food videos. Yeah. Don't say your stuff is low budget and ratchet. Is helpful. It's very helpful and it's relatable. So helpful and relatable food videos. You're coming with some great things. You have great ideas, Shamika. I think we're all thankful for you. I'm truly thankful for everything that you all are putting into this group because I can't do it myself. I don't know everything. My experience is different from everybody's experiences. In the same way, your experience is different from everybody else's too. So we all have something that we can contribute to this group. And I want us to continue to do that. Okay. I definitely want to know what your goal is this week. I'm starting to get some of those in. T, you said prep meals and snacks ahead of time. That's important. Let me see. I thought I saw Taz said to modify everything. Was that your goal, Taz? If not, it's okay. I need everybody to go ahead and submit your goals, whether you're texting to me, put in the chat, or privately, send me what your goals are. That is the whole point of Reset Sunday. Think about what you did last week, what didn't work for you, what you need to tweak this week to make it work for you. So your goal may not be a weight goal. That might just be the consequence of setting a different type of goal, which is great, but think about your day-to-day. What's going to make sure that you stay on point? What's going to help you if you tweak it just a little bit so that you do get the best benefit of every week by week, even though we're making these changes. Set your goal, write it down, make it plain, send it to me because this is what we're here for the support. I need y'all to join the group me. A couple announcements before we go. February 20th, y'all know that is the photo shoot day. If you missed my announcement in the beginning, I definitely need for you to let me know if you're going to be able to be with us on February 20th. Photo shoot overall time, I'm booking for 3 hours. 3 hours total, just so that we can get everything together. We're doing this for all women. I want everybody to be there, all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, ethnicity, race, whatever. I want everybody to show up for this photo shoot. This is the best. If anything, I give you guys advice and tips and blah, 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 but I also want to show you all that I am truly appreciative of each and every one of you for investing in your health and also investing into my skills and my talent and my passion and my love for educating women and men, but mainly women, and giving that information to our community so we can make the best decision for ourselves. That's what my programs are all about. That's what my programs have always been about. Those who have been with me for years, y'all know what type of smoke I'm on. I've been talking about education, 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 education since day one, and I truly do mean it. So February 20th, let me know if you're going to be there. I definitely want everybody to be there, and I need to know sooner than later so I can book properly. And a BU challenge. Now listen, I don't know if y'all seen people, they done copied our little busted challenge, okay? They copied our busted challenge. Chandra, we seen it, didn't we? They was copying it. So I got something else that we gonna do next time.
Yeah, they sure.
I ain't want to be the one to say it, but since Chandra sent me that she's seen it too, lets me know. Okay. So we're definitely out here influencing the people. Okay. And a little healthy competition. Y'all know I love healthy competition, but they trying to be us so bad.
And then it was the same
It was the same process.
exercise. Yes. They could pick a different one.
Y'all, I was like, somebody done scoped us out. So the BU is out here making waves, making plays, okay? And they're trying to copy the BU, y'all. They're trying to copy BU, but it's cool. I'm impressed and I'm flattered, okay? And you should be too. So we got something else that we're going to do. I'm gonna send that over to you all in the group me. So make sure y'all get that link. Chandra, go on and drop that link one more time because I be having hard times. Join group me if you're not already in group me, and I'm going to drop our next challenge. I want us to do this challenge. I'm not going to be able to be on live on, what is it called, on Saturday. So we'll have to do it another time, or I might have to piece it together. I'm gonna figure those details out, but I am gonna show it to you, and we are gonna all do it, okay, together. And I'm excited about it because it is more, physically fit too, and it'll be cool. We'll inspire some more people to do it. So Chandra just dropped that link into the chat. Group me, join us, and
Burn unit
what'd
coordinator.
you say?
Burn unit tech coordinator.
Hey, Chandra. Chandra, you got so many titles. Love it, love it, love it. So yes, that is all that I had for you all. My biggest thing was the schedule. You have all the resources that you need at your fingertips. If you have not scheduled a nutrition check-in with me personally and you need to this week, let's do what we got to do. Let's do what we came to do. Lean into your portal. It has all the information there. I know that I did not update the homework. So what I'm gonna do with this challenge that I send over to you all, I'm also gonna post that on the website. So you'll be able to see that. Let's make the most of this month. Let's do what we came to do. Again, I want y'all to love on y'all selves. It is the month of self-love, or every month of self-love, but definitely do something nice to yourself. Give yourself grace. Sometimes I don't think we give ourselves enough grace. So be graceful to yourself, be kind to yourself. Everybody said, T, what you making? Because I want to know too. What you making over there? I want to know. What are you making?
My goal was to prep my meals and my snacks ahead of time. So I was sitting here cutting up my my cucumbers for my snack. I got my strawberries for my snack. I'm making some stuffed bell peppers. I'm gonna do a breakfast casserole so that I can grab for breakfast. And I'm doing some chicken Philly egg rolls, but I'm doing them in the air fryer.
Yes, come on, chicken Philly. I love it. Oh, let us know. Let us know. Let us know how all that goes. I'm gonna look for them receipts in the group me. I'm gonna look for them receipts in the group me.
I'll show it when I get it all done.
Okay.
Turkey and cauliflower rice. So I've been watching recipes. I'm like, okay, let me tweak how they doing certain stuff. So I'll put it on when I get everything done. I'm trying to multitask.
All right. I love it. Well, y'all know the love is deep and real for each and every one of y'all. Best of luck this week on accomplishing your goals. Please send it to me, drop it in BU, group me, or send it to me personally if you don't want everybody up in your business, but y'all know we family. February 20th, next Saturday, it's our time to shine. Get your black outfits ready. Okay, black outfits. I want black outfits on. And go ahead and get you a nice little cute outfit for yourself, because I got something else in mind for y'all. All right.
Miss Reagan, next Saturday isn't the 20th.
Hold on.
And we
Next
got
Saturday's
another
the
whole week.
13th.
It's the 13th.
It's
Oh, I'm
Valentine's Day
sorry.
next Friday, next
Well,
weekend.
Next
my
Sunday
week,
is Valentine's Day. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Well, my week begins on Sunday. So to me, this Saturday is the 13th. Next Saturday is the 20th. I'm sorry.
oh, I was
So
like,
it
wait a minute,
depends.
what you talking about? I'm like, I got 2 weeks. Okay.
No, my week begins on Sunday. That's why
Okay.
I say reset Sunday. So this week
Got
for
it.
me
Okay.
is Saturday, the what is this Saturday? The 13th. Next
Right.
Saturday is the 20th. So when I say next Saturday, I'm trying not to confuse y'all. I'm sorry. Next Saturday, the 20th, or the Saturday after next, however you look at the week, Saturday the 20th is the photo shoot. Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
the second outfit can be any color, or it has to be
Yeah.
black too.
Any color.
Okay. So the first one, so we roll up in there in all black, and then you can bring another color.
And you know what? When everybody confirms, Miss Terry, that's a good question. When everybody confirms if they're going to do it or not, that will tell me what everybody's schedule needs to be. So
Okay.
some of you all might roll up in your black outfit. Some people might roll up in their whatever outfit. Also, let me know if you need to get your makeup done. Now, y'all, I ain't big balling, I ain't big mama cougar, so I ain't got all the coins like that. If you want your makeup done, the artist that will be there will be Rudy. Some of you all might remember Rudy. He was a part of Burn Unit before. Well, he was part of
Yes. I
Yeah.
love Rudy.
Rudy will be there. Rudy's gonna do an exclusive deal for us at $70 per face. His rates are up there. So he definitely caught us a little, he caught us a little break. But he's super excited to service anybody who's looking forward to getting their face beat. If you want to get your face beat, it's totally up to you. Let me know. Okay. Definitely let me know. I want you to feel good about the pictures that you get back. I want you to feel bomb, sexy, sassy, like you killed the game. Okay. So definitely get ready to either have your face beat if that's what you want to, but then again, it is no pressure. But his specialty rate for us is $70 per face. And if you need hair services done, I will have a hair get together on staff. She's also no stranger to my fitness programming, and she actually keeps me together. I'm going to see her tomorrow, okay? But she will be there on deck. And I told her I don't think anybody will need to get their hair done. But if you need a consultation or whatever, you can definitely let me know and I will put you in contact with her. She does do consults. So she already knows the image and the vision that we're going for this photo shoot. I cannot wait to piece it all together for you all. But if you need that, definitely let me know and I'll put you in contact with her. And yeah, so just send me your confirmation if you're going to be there, your second confirmation if you need to have makeup done. And I will be piecing the schedule together this week. So you'll have a full week to prepare and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, y'all. Well,
Reagan, can I say one last thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the first lady is her name Miss Terry? Her name is Miss Terry, right?
Miss Terry is first lady. Yes.
I have to say, I absolutely get my life whenever she's talking. I love her. She is hilarious to me. I mean, it's real what she's saying, but I just love hearing her.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate it.
Girl, don't let Lady May fool you.
Okay. You know what? Krishna, work with me, okay? Come on.
I had to say something because I was like, the first lady go get you straight about Valentine's Day weekend because
okay. I want to know what's going on because it's too soon, Lady May. Bishop ain't been gone that long.
Okay. Miss Terry together, Trania. I cannot wait for y'all to meet some of, I know some of y'all have your own group, the Motivators group, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to the Motivators. Brick Squad people, I love that all of y'all are like, everybody's kind of coming together. A lot of you some of you have been with me outside of pandemic. A lot of y'all have now becoming to like be my family in the midst of pandemic. And I ain't never been face to face with y'all a day in my life. So I'm definitely excited about piecing that all together and for you all to kind of get this moment to shine. I definitely want y'all to take advantage of this moment. Get your shine on the 20th. I ain't gonna say next week because Miss Terry gonna get me, but on the 20th, I want y'all to meet each other, get ready. We're going to have a good time. There's going to be labs. There's going to be a lot of labs and a lot of embracing and stuff like that. If you're comfortable, if you don't want nobody to hug y'all, just be like, y'all, I ain't hugging, but I'm going to do a friendly wave. I'm going to be in the hugging spirit. I'm going to just let that.
Me too, Miss Reagan.
Okay, Miss Terry, I got to hug up on Miss T, y'all. I got to hug.
Me too.
Okay. I know, Miss Chandra, my parishioner, I must hug you, okay?
Yes.
So I gotta see Lady May a day with Lady May.
Okay, there we go.
Hugging Lady May too.
Yeah,
there you go. Lady May too. A day with Lady May too. Okay, I love it. See,
let's hug it. Tam, I don't know why you can't be there. You need to figure it out and make it work. Come on with us, Tam. Come on with us. I want you to be there, Tam. But we're gonna make some things work out, especially for my virtual folks that can make it. I definitely want to work some things out with y'all. So I'm getting creative as possible. But other than that, I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget to get your COVID test done. That is going to be very important so we can safely embrace each other. Get that COVID test done. Make sure you try to quarantine yourself as much as possible, please. And during that time, mask up. I'm gonna have some wipes. I'm gonna have a whole COVID kit, okay, because we're gonna do this thing safely. But you have the right to, if you don't want to remove your mask at any point in time, that is perfectly fine. But I do want to see the receipts for that COVID test before you come on. All right. All right, let's do this thing, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. Somebody said they had a COVID test from last week. Do I need another? Yes, get another COVID test. I'm sorry, but yes, I definitely want you guys to get another COVID test within at least 3 days of us meeting that week, 3 to 4 days max, especially if you know that your contact is going to be very low with other people. Perfectly fine as long as you're masking up. You know, y'all grown, y'all responsible. I know, but I definitely want you all to get your COVID test done, mask up, stay as safe as possible so we can protect each other. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let
Yes.
y'all know. Happy Sunday. I'll see y'all tomorrow for those who be joining us in the morning. I know attendance is super low in the mornings now, but we rolling on. Okay, we rolling on. It'll be recorded and posted. I love y'all. Bye.
Oh, Miss Reagan.